What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I actually doing a little project on the way into work, had a little bit of time to spare, and got a storage solution for me that I want to toss into the back seat of the truck. And one thing that, if you followed me for a while, you know I have two little kids, which also means I have car seats in the back seat. And so while these Fords have a ton of storage space and a ton of space in the back seat, when car seats are in there, you won't be out, in my backpack's blocking the way right now. Oh, you can't get, everything underneath the back seat. In the middle, you're climbing in, you can't put anything underneath there. So I ended up grabbing a Deezee drawer slide that goes underneath the back seat and will slide out all the way one way or the other. For storage, so you can get into things in the middle, keep everything locked and secure. So the install is supposed to be super, super easy. I'm gonna try to get it installed here, honest to God, on the side of the road or in a little conservation lot. And it says I need a 7/16 wrench, a pair of scissors to cut out a center divider, and then I also grabbed, because we have to pull out a couple bolts on the back, and then also a 5/16 nut driver. So let's see if we can get this thing installed. Let's unpack it, let's see what we think, and yeah, let's get this done. All right, let's get this thing unboxed. Oh, and let's not make a mess. There is a lot of packaging in here. And this thing is beefy. It is heavy. It's, I think, about 50 pounds. So I'm pretty, good Lord, confident in it will be a robust unit. Obviously, I'll be picking it up. See, I'll even throw it in the bed right now. All right, so now that it's unpacked, you've got, slides out halfway either way. And this is actually reversed, so this side, the angled side will go, or the taller side will go out. Let's find the hardware to it. Has a little, like I said, locking mechanism. There's your hardware here with a center divider and a tray in here, as well as instructions. I think we'll be able to figure that out pretty easily. Here's your center divider that'll be in there. It's just a piece of plastic that fits into some channels. You've got some foam. I gotta figure out what that's for. Your brackets and keys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go set this in the truck. Actually, first things first, I'm gonna pull off a couple pieces of trim in there under the back seat. I think we need it off. So yeah, first things first, we gotta pull off a little plastic cover that's on the driver's side. So let's go do that. All right, so I do have some floor liners in here. I'm gonna hopefully keep them underneath the truck slide, or that under seat storage. So we're gonna see if we can make that happen. But first things first, we gotta pull off this this little divider that goes here, and that's to mount a bracket. Honestly, I kind of wish I could keep it. I like having it, I kind of like keeping all this stuff, I don't want to call factory, that seems a little silly, but I like keeping it all in place. But hey, I'm gonna have a nice under seat drawer here, so I won't get too upset about that. And again, the big draw to me here, I pulled the car seats out for this, but when I have car seats in here, I'll be able to access all this secure storage underneath the seat with the car seat still in. So we'll pack this up tonight full of all the goodies I plan to keep in there. And that just pulls right out. There we go. All right, let me get the slide in here and let's see what it's like. So I think it's gonna be easier to get this all done if I throw these on first, or at least get them, again, snugged up and started. Because otherwise you're gonna be fiddling with trying to get them in there between the bracket and the floor. So I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll be back. All right, guys, so I'm back home. I ended up realizing that directions said 7/16 and an 8 mil. You actually need 2 10 mils, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're both 10 mils. So must be an old directions. They updated hardware. The pictures in the directions show the brackets are raw or galvanized, or I guess, but they're actually painted black now. So I mean, it's clear something has changed to it. I think that's a good thing. It looks like it's better quality. But anyway, I wanted to make sure I had all the right hardware and didn't try to kind of half-ass this. So, right tools. Sorry, right tools, not hardware. Right tools. So I did get the bolts put on, the brackets bolted to the slide. Now we're just going to get these mounted to the actual brackets under the seat. So let's get down there and I'll show you how we're doing it. All right. So pretty simple. Bracket right here. We've got it sitting down. We're on the driver's side right now. Super easy. It's just going to bolt straight on through. I don't know why you even need to see how I do this, frankly, because it's really, really easy. And I still do have my standard, my floor liners underneath here, which is something I wanted to make sure I could try to get done. So I'm going to do that. Let me grab my wrench. It's on the other side. There we go. Bolted on nice and tight. I'll get the other side done. All right, now it's bolted in and appears to be pretty secure. So look at that. Slides right out. Slides full length, or no, I shouldn't say full length, but half length, truthfully. And really does slide nice. Now, granted, I don't have the other side locked right now, so it does slide out that way. Pretty solid. Lock is super easy. That latches it. And then the other, latches on the other side. So obviously it'll come out this way as well. And comes out about halfway. And it stops. And then locks on this side as well. So super solid. I'm going to fold the seats down to see if they come in contact with it at all. And it looks like maybe just a hair here on like a spring in the seat. So they do provide some foam. I'm just gonna put a strip of foam across this to keep everything nice and secure. So I'm just gonna put one right here, and I'm gonna do one on the other side as well, all right? So I think this will just keep it nice and everything padded really well. You don't have any wear on the seat or on the top of the, yeah, that protects it really nice. I'll do the same on the other side now. Looks like it might just barely touch in the same spot, so I'm just gonna run that same strip. And by same spot, I mean same area on, there we go, right across it. Yep, and that keeps that nice pad right there on it. But guys, this is pretty slick. Look at that coming out. All right. I gotta remember to lock the other side, or latch the other side. It keeps it in there. There's just a hair, if you come in from the side, that pokes out, not much at all. I think that fitment's really good. Looks like I did get a little bit of rub right here on this corner, probably from packing, but nothing that bothers me whatsoever. So I'll get the other side latched and then we're gonna load this thing up. All right, so initially this is what I'm gonna try to stuff under that under seat. I have no idea if it's all gonna fit, but what I have here is my toolkit that I used to carry in my OBS, wet wipes. You can never go wrong with wet wipes for hands or anything else. 2 towels, or a rag and a towel for cleaning the truck. 2 ratchet straps. I actually got 2 more in the front of the bed that I'll probably try to get in there. Air pump, jump box, zip ties, jumper cables, because you never know if your jump box goes down. Tire patch kit, snow brush, and my quick detailer. I don't know if all this will fit. I have a feeling it will, but let's try to load it up. All right, it is completely empty. Let's start seeing what we can do here. I'm going to try to segregate this by what we need. So wolf box, so jump box, air compressor. If you have an air compressor, you're going to want your tire kit. That doesn't fit right there, but maybe look, it fits just perfect that way. All right. And then I'll take my tool roll. Tool roll seems like a pretty good place to put it. Would be right here on top of that. It might be a little close. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little tight. So I think I'm just going to set that by its side. So I'm not running out of room by any means, but let's see what happens here. Let's put the wet wipes on this side because never can have too many of those. All right. We'll do jumper cables over on this side as well. These are one thing I'm kind of concerned about fitting. They're heavy duty ones and they are flipping long. But I feel like that'll fit. Now what we have left is more detailing stuff. So I'm actually gonna run to the other side after I get that in there. All right, latch that side, let's move across. All right, we're a little tight here, but let's see. So if I put snow brush in here, ratchet straps, all I have left are my towels and my cleaner. All right, guys, that is an entire tailgate worth of crap, I'd say. Handily put under the back seat without anything being seen, obviously, and everything in quick reach. That is really, really nice. And obviously, I don't need all this stuff. I mean, I could obviously reduce some of these items in here. All right, guys, so that's the Deezee under drawer or under seat storage. Obviously, I loaded a ton of stuff up in there. I still have 2 ratchet straps in the bed that I didn't wind up and throw in, but those will definitely fit. I've got air compressor or tire inflator, whatever you want to call it, jump box, jumper cables, tire plug kit, my whole tool roll that I used in my OBS and that never left me stranded, so I'm confident it would be fine in here, a snow brush, detail cloth, a drying towel, quick ceramic shine detailer, wet wipes, obviously, and I think that's it. Let me look. Oh, and my zip ties. Of course, you can't go anywhere without zip ties. So all of that stuff packed in there. I think that's pretty darn cool, and that it all fits in there nice and snug, nice and tight, without any issues. It'll lock, so you don't have to worry about anything, and keeps it all in the cab, out of sight, out of mind. So first impression on this, guys, I am really, really impressed. It keeps everything under there. It's gonna make it so I can get to everything when the car seats are in there. Don't have to get the kids out to get, or the seats out to get stuff underneath the seat. And I'm really impressed, guys. So that's my thoughts on this thing. That was the install. Install went really easy. Again, 10mm wrenches, which we're always losing, not 7/16 and 8mm. In my case, maybe you get a different set. But again, guys, if you love seeing more of this stuff, more late model F-150 stuff, product reviews and such, give me a sub. I will see you guys next week.